Hi, I'm Buffy with Buffy Designs, where I show you how to give new life to thrift store finds, as well as decorating on a budget. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I hope you like this video, and if you do, hit the like button, and also subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification button as well. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back, and I'm so glad to have you back, and I hope you like this video. I have two projects that we are going to do today, and one of them is a old wood box, decorative box that I'm going to make out of some wood that I got from a home that was from the 1800s, that I got the wood from the kitchen cupboards. It's a minty chippy paint green color, and it looks really beautiful, so I'm excited to get that going. And the second item is a couple of thrift store finds that I picked up. One is a large, tall candle holder that I'm going to turn into a plant stand. So stay tuned and let's get to it. Okay, so I've got these pieces of wood from across the street from that home I told you about last time. It was a house from the 1900s that they tore down, and it's all chippy wood all ready to go, and I just love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this up, give it a light sanding to get the flakes off, and pull out all of the nails and the little hinge thing looking type thing right there, and just clean it up so then I can measure it and cut it, because what I'm going to be making is a cute little decorative box. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so I have all of the pieces of wood that I've cut, and I've sanded most of them so that because the raw wood here, we want to stain that once it's put together. So I want that to be kind of a smooth surface to adhere the stain to it, and also there's no slivers when you mess with it when you're decorating. So I've done all of them except for this last piece. So we're just going to take some good sandpaper here and kind of just go over it. You don't want to do too much because you want it to be the rustic look and match the rest of the box. So we're just going to kind of lightly do this on each side. This side's already kind of, I didn't cut that side because it looks already good and I didn't want to have to mess with staining that. So we're just going to sand that down just a bit to match the rest so there's no pokies. And kind of go over the back side and the front side real lightly to smooth it out and get some of that loose paint off. But you don't want to take it all off, because that's what makes this unique. So all of this is just that old chippy wood antique coloring. The wood came out of that house, like I said, from the 1800s, and it is from the cupboards in the kitchen that I went and pulled them all off and saved them, because I knew I wanted to do some cool things with them. I also have done a simple wall hanging with some arrows and the same wood but a bigger piece, and it turned out awesome. So I'll have to show you that one a little bit later. So now this is going to be the base, but I don't want this part to be inside, because then the chippy wood will be all over the place when I move it around or whatever. So I'm trying to keep it so it's a little cleaner and keep this part inside. We won't really care about this because it'll be in the inside and you won't even see it once you put stuff in it, plants, flowers, whatever. So I'm going to kind of put some wood glue on here and get some nails, and we'll put this together. So I'll be right back with some nails. Okay, so let's start gluing the pieces together, and then we'll nail them all after. It's easier that way. The glue that I use is Gorilla Wood Glue. It's one of the best ones that I've found to hold things tightly and easy to work with. They're not sponsored at all, but it is what I use, so maybe they will sponsor one day. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I want this chippy color on the outside, so I've chosen to have like these holes from the old nails to be on the top and make it look more decorative. So then we're going to put some glue along the bottom here to glue to the inside there of the bottom piece. Just put a little bit of glue here. And then stick it right on there. And like I said, that chipped piece in the corner, you won't even see it once we're done. So then also the same with these pieces. We want the really pretty color on the outside. So we're going to use this piece, bottom part here, to glue. So I'm going to do this one. It was kind of hard to show you the other way, so we're going to move this around and show you how I'm going to do this. Okay, so that one's going to go right in there. And it's coming together nicely. Sort of. Once it stays in place and I quit moving it around. Okay, so then we want to have that part on the outside as well. So I'm going to use this portion of it. And just glue it right in there. And I should have done this too, sorry. Gotta put this in the side so that the back ends adhere easily. Sorry, we'll get this one too, so you can see it. And then put that on the end piece over here. And the good thing about the wood glue is it dries clear. So if it comes out of the sides, you don't have to worry about it because it just dries perfectly. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here for a little bit and we will come back to it and finish nailing it in and then staining the pieces that are a little bit more raw wood on here. So we'll be right back for that. Okay, so here's the completed box. Things didn't work out like I thought it would. I wanted to put some nails or screws in the wood to kind of hold it in a little bit better, so it'd be, last a little longer. I still might do that later, but the nails that I had, I tried to hammer in, and the wood is so old it's kind of delicate, so I didn't want to ruin it. So I just left the glue the way it is, and it's still holding up pretty well. So as long as you're careful with it and don't move it around a lot or bump it, it should hold up pretty well with just the wood glue. And I like it kind of the way it is because then it makes it so it's not so a lot of holes more than what's in it. I did stain a little bit on the edges to kind of match the other side, so it's complete. And so when I'm done with this now, what I would do is decorate it with some greenery like this. This is just a couple of garland type vines that I've had in another basket that I just pulled out, and you can kind of just fluff it and make it look good, and pull out as much as you want, or fluff it up higher if you'd like, or you can even put some moss or just burlap or something in the bottom, and that'll pop it up more so it sits up more. So you can do that style, which is always really neutral because you can have it all year round, and it's just really pretty with the greenery. But I kind of like the white ceramic as well. I've got these birchwood type plants that I've had, and I have also got these on classifieds, the local classifieds here from Facebook, and only paid a couple of dollars for each of them. So I've got this one that I just put into a white container, and you just put it on here. And then this is my $25 find. I paid $3 for this, and it's worth $25. It's the antique milk glass, which was a good find. And then you could just set it in here. Also, you could put some burlap, or I'm trying to think what it is. It's like a straw type thing to put around the bottom, but yet you still want to see the white glass. And this is really cute for the kitchen, I think, if you just put it on a shelf or on top of a curio cabinet, china hutch, old-fashioned hutch, anything, or even for your table, country table, with a cute little runner under it for your centerpiece on your table. I think it would be just really pretty that way. And then later on at the end of the video, I'll show you how I staged it, and it'll probably be in my entryway right now since everything else is kind of still Christmas, so I can move those things around a little bit better. So I hope you like this, and then what we're going to do next is the candle holder that I'm going to redo. So I'm going to move this over. And get this out of the way. Okay, so here's the candle holder that I'm redoing. It's got the top on it that's pretty secure now. It's glued pretty good. Normally, if the candle holder was more flat in the center, I would put a little nail on the top and then cover it with some wood, some hole covering, like for the wood. And then, but this one it's pretty deep in the center, so that it would be too difficult to do, but it's holding pretty well. So right now, I'm going to just paint the top black to match the bottom with some acrylic paint. Normally I would do chalk paint if it was going to be a top final coat, but this is just the undercoat because I'm going to finish painting this white, and this will just show through like the bottom does here. We want it to match completely. So we'll get that out, and it's covering pretty nice with the acrylic. I mean, even if you did black chalk paint, it's still Okay, so part of my video got cut off. My phone, I guess, decided to die. So I finished painting the top, and it's all dry now. So what we're going to do is do some white chalk paint on top. Let's use a smaller brush. So this is going to be, everything is going to be white. And it doesn't have to be perfect because, like I said, we're going to sand the rest of it off. But we do want a good coat. And that's the good thing about chalk paint. I just learned that just this year, actually, that chalk paint covers really nicely, and a lot of times you don't need a primer, and that makes a big difference when you're doing, especially country or farmhouse type decor. It covers really nicely with a matte finish, and it's not real glossy and fancy looking. Of course, you want that kind of rustic, more rustic look. Just try to get this covered. And then we'll let it sit and dry for a minute once we're all covered up. Like I said, it's some of that black showing through the white is still really decorative, so it's really gonna end up looking pretty nice with that. And if it's not like 100% covered, that's fine too, because like I said, you just kind of want that black to show through. Get the base as much as we can. Okay, so now we're ready to sand the edges. This is my first time using my sander, so bear with me. Hopefully it's not too loud. So that we're just gonna touch all of the little fine details on it and the edges to rough it up so it looks a little bit more rustic. there are some mishaps. So maybe what you should do is sand it with your hand sander first and then attach this piece to the top. So we'll just finish sanding it. Okay, so you learn as you go. So this is something that I learned today. And as I'm showing you, you will know by my mistake what not to do. But the final product looks pretty darn good. I roughed up the edges on the corners a little bit more than what I thought I wanted, but it still turned out pretty good. And then what was Okay, so I hope you enjoyed my video today, and please come back to us and let's make a lot of different projects. And if you have any recommendations or any type of decor that you're interested in, please make a comment below and I'll be sure to look at those and see what we can find for you. Please make sure to hit the notification button. Don't forget that, so that you won't miss one of my videos. And again, I'm so happy to have you here. I'm so grateful for everybody and everyone's support, and I can't wait to continue my YouTube journey, and I hope you stay with me and stick to it so that we can do this together. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh, and Happy New Year. Bye.